What's happening, guys? I'm Dan. Welcome back to another episode of Poor Michigan Reviews. We are dealing with some different kind of categories today, guys. It's not going to be your typical beer review from Dan today. It's going to be Elijah Craig, guys. Special bourbon. We have the barrel proof C922 batch. I purposely changed my channel a year or two ago to Poor Michigan Reviews. It was eventually going to be reviews. I knew that, but I changed it because, guys, I used to just do beer. It was Poor Michigan Beer. I'm a beer first channel. I want you to understand that. That's never going to change. I do sprinkle in different content from time to time. Today, it's going to be Elijah Craig barrel proof review. I wanted to do this because I'm new to this. I'm a soft knowing aficionado of bourbon, guys. I won't ever claim that I'm the bee's knees. It's not my first forte, but it is fun to crack into new things. And I would say this category is really fun to me because I've always really enjoyed good bourbon. My friends really like good bourbon. I have a buddy down in Cincinnati area. He can get this stuff so easily, but me in Northern Michigan, this stuff's hard to find sometimes. I don't just get this, and we don't just get state minimums all the time. Ohio is a lot better for bourbons. You can get them a lot cheaper, but this is in Michigan. This is a retail for like $69.99 at state minimum, guys. I want you to know you will never usually find it for that price. It'll be $75, $80, $85. This is the C batch. There were A and B prior to this. This is the newest release, which is the C922, coming in at 62.4% alcohol by volume. Guys, again, I'm brand new to this. Cut me some slack, but this is going to be like a novice review of what I know about bourbon. I do know a little bit, but let's see what this one's all about. The tag, it's still on. The film is still on, the plastic film. I haven't even taken it off. Let's dive in. Look at that. That's proof. And is this a very good review? Because I'm not sure. I like to let these open up and breathe. This one will not be. I'm going to be pouring it into a glass. And we're just going to check it out right from the bottle. Look at that. I love that sound. And we don't know. We don't know if that's going to affect it or not, but this should usually open up a little bit. Sometimes you might want a little cube, but today I'm just going straight, guys, and we're going to see how it does. So that nice caramel brownish hue to this. It looks fantastic. Let's see, give it a swirl. Dirty glass, but guys, we get a little bit of leg falling down, but not a ton actually. There's not a ton of leg falling here. But again, this is 12 years. 12 years old, non-chill filtered. So that's pretty awesome. Again, you're getting some leg falling to the bottom, a little bit of clarity towards the top. Looks awesome. Looks more amberish, ruby amber on camera, but it's, of course, deep caramel honey looking. Let's go to an aroma. Wow. So I had a little bit of like a rye before this. This comes off less spicy, although it's still hot. But on the nostrils, it's very light. It's like vanilla oaky sweetness. And there it is, a little bit of that ethanol vibe, that heat coming off the top, burning the nose hairs a little bit. It smells like sweet, woody, oaky cherry to me. It is. It's like semi-fruit forward. It's got a little bit of that soft, fruity touch to it. But again, it's got a little bit of that ethanol burn on the nostrils. It's got a little bit of heat. But I think the sweet woodiness is really piercing through on the nose. Let's go to a cheers, guys. It's the Elijah Craig barrel proof C922. Let's check it out. Cheers. Quite spicy. Wow. From a novice standpoint, it's very spicy. It's oaky. It's super woody. It's got a little bit of vanilla, cherry Coke kind of vibes to this. But that heat is very pronounced. It's hot, but it's sweet through the middle. It doesn't finish very dry, but it's dry enough where you get a little bit of like it's hard to explain, almost like a softness on the back of the palate. And it's kind of like that honey caramel leaves you, and then you're left with like bourbon barrel heat, and it's woody sweetness. It's a little bit of toastiness. It's a little bit of vanilla, but it dries a little bit, but it's not fully dry on the back end. This is heat through the middle, guys. Like, I'm not used to this, so I want you to understand. It's like a novice standpoint with somewhat of knowledge through bourbon and then beer and wine. So I have other spirit experience, but this is fantastic. But it's hot to me. I don't drink a lot of barrel proof bourbons often. So this one is heat through the middle, caramel sweetness, woody sweetness and char. And then almost like a rye spiciness. Like it comes off like peppercorn flakes. Sharpness. Let's dive back in. One more sip. Wow, that was intense, man. My face was probably kind of like iffy on camera. Okay. Small chewiness to it. Again, I get this caramel, honey, burnt like creme brulee thing that's coming through the middle. Again, that sweetness flexing a little bit. I do get a woody, oaky, drier finish on the back end compared to what I'm used to. So I don't know how this compares to other batches. But this one does try to like dry out on the back end of your palate, but it does intertwine that oaky, sweet kind of like vanilla, rye, peppercorn on the back end, but it's delivering that heat, almost like serrano pepper heat through the middle, and it just bangs you on the back end. It just smacks you around a little bit, guys. Super tasty, but it's hot to me. Like, I won't lie, as a novice, it's very hot. But boy, very enjoyable, and that heat and that burn is still just lingering through my chest and my neck. It's just sitting there, but it is also begging me to take another sip. It's a strange repetition here that I'm doing. Burn to sip, burn to sip. It's like, give me more, but I still want more. Again, this caramel, vanilla, woody sweetness is the predominant thing I'm getting here, guys. A little bit of soft roots, but really that rye, peppercorn, charred, burn toastiness on the back end. Tries to dry out your palate a little bit, and there's the legs running down. Fantastic stuff. Super good. Super good. It's my first review, guys. Go easy on me. I highly recommend this if you can find it. It should be easy to find in other parts of the country, but us in Northern Michigan, we don't get this stuff very often. It's harder to get, and usually the price is marked up very high. But this, you should get around $70. Hope you guys enjoyed this. It was kind of just my first take, and my first impressions on a big bourbon that I'm not accustomed to drinking, guys, but I will be sharing this with the friends, and I do appreciate you being here. If you want more of this, let me know in the comment section. I'm Dan. I'm over and out. Catch you on the next review. Cheers.